Hey everybody, Ram Dean and Black with you here in our downtown studios. A huge fight announcement set to go down for UFC 212 in Rio de Janeiro, June 3rd. The undisputed featherweight championship of the world. The man, Jose Aldo, taking on the man, Max Holloway. And the idea of 25 minutes with these two animals, I think, is exciting for anyone that calls himself a fight fan.
Yeah, this is bonkers. This is just so good. I've become such a fan of Max Holloway over the last couple of fights. And then Jose Aldo steps up and fights Frankie Edgar on a level we've never seen Jose fight before. And I mean that. We've seen brilliance out of Jose Aldo. Brilliance. Potentially the greatest featherweight ever up until this point. But to see that with Frankie, who is a true genius in his own right, and to see him outfight him and outthink him and outgame plan him and outexpress him, that was unexpectedly beautiful. And then Max now, who is pushing to new levels. You see Pettis.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Pettis. You see how he fought Anthony Pettis? And his mind is developing. So young, he has the right framing of how to fight these fights and the right skills, and he's evolving. And oh, yeah, this is good.
If you're Jose Aldo, you sign on the dotted line to take on this talented Hawaiian. Where do you believe, if you're Jose Aldo, that you feel that you can expose him?
I'd like to kick his legs, for sure. If I'm Jose Aldo, I'd be liking to kick his long, slender legs hard and as often as possible. And if I'm Max Holloway and his guys, I'm thinking, hey, this guy wants to kick my long, slender legs. Let's get ready to make him pay for that. And all of a sudden, we open the door to all of these little dynamics that are going to happen in a fight like this. And there's a lot of them. These guys are operating on such high levels because Jose looked so different in the way that he fought Frankie. He played an entirely different game. He implemented all different lines of thinking than he had been using for the last few years. Just the fact that we've seen new thinking or different thinking or thinking we hadn't seen for a while opens the door to any type of thinking out of Aldo, any type of strategy. Something which maybe he had stuck with one thing that worked. Push you back, throw leg kicks, get behind his left hook, pressure, made him the champ, beat everybody he fought, so it wasn't broke, so don't fix it. Then he fixed it, changed it, and so now who knows what he's going to bring. And same with Max Holloway. Something with Max Holloway is the feel of the distance and the timing between the two of you, that sensitivity and that feel and that comfort in it. He's evolved that on a very, very high level. So that's in play no matter what Jose does. It's a killer. It's a killer fight.
We know the fight starts standing, and I'm sure Jose Aldo is very, very confident that if this remains a stand-up battle, that he'll emerge victorious. But you get 1 or 2 rounds in, and Max Holloway starts coming on with his striking. Do you believe that we're going to see things that we just haven't seen from Jose Aldo? We know he's been working on these things. You can't be a success at this high level for so long without being able to wrestle, without having jiu-jitsu, without having insane conditioning. What would be a different element? Would it be the jiu-jitsu game?
Yep, and that would be really cool. I mean, Max Holloway, when he came into the UFC, was a blue belt. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he faced Dustin, who at the time he's triangled on top and now he has grown a lot since then. He's very difficult to take down, and if and when he's on the ground, you're going to see that he is infinitely better than that. But Jose was capable of beating that 5 years ago, 7 years ago. How much better is Jose in that area? But to get there, we have to deal with the fact that the relationship and the distance between your hips and my hips is never overcommitted by Max Holloway. If Max Holloway gets aggressive and the sort of balance level of his hips are moving in, that's when Jose comes in and tries to intercept him. Max rarely does that. Max is in total control of the spatial perception and spatial relationship between you and he all the time. So it's going to be very, very hard. That's something you have to deal with, and it's something Max's team will have addressed, that as you pass through space, there's some type of penalty there for you.
Confidence, cockiness, overconfidence. We've had a chance to talk to Max Holloway. He really believes in himself. He believes he's the best fighter in the world. What is that line when you believe you're the man and then you get out there with somebody that you haven't dealt with before, somebody of a certain skill level? Now, I know Anthony Pettis is the man, but he had a difficult time getting down to 145 pounds, and I just don't believe that we saw the best version of Anthony Pettis in that fight with Max Holloway. You fight Jose Aldo, and you get the best version of Jose Aldo. How does Max Holloway make those adjustments to deal with a legend like that?
He could be ready now. He could be ready right now.
He believes he is ready now.
He believes he is ready. And his last loss was Conor McGregor, who pushed him to the limit, and he grew as a result of that. That will happen again one day. Is it this day? He's ready for that. And he will go in there with everything zeroed and focused and ready to go. He goes in with the mindset, beginner's mind, into every single workout that he does. Every workout is purposeful. It's not just getting a sweat on. It's seeking growth. So he may be capable of beating Jose Aldo right now. If it turns out he is not, he will take whatever lesson he learned from that, and within 2 years will be the best featherweight that we've ever seen.
The UFC will crown its 145-pound undisputed champion at UFC 212 when the UFC goes down in Rio de Janeiro on June 3rd.